Hey everybody, it's November 3rd. We celebrate the feast of St. Martin de Porres. Reading for the Gospel of Matthew. When the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together, and one of them, a scholar of the law, tested him by asking, "Teacher, which commandment of the law is the greatest?" He said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. This is the greatest and the first commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself." And that's the gospel of the Lord. I have a lot of favorite saints. I would like to think I have one or two, but I just keep adding to the list of favorite saints. And in this part of my life, the last quarter, whatever it is, I'm attracted to saints who help the poor, and whoever they may be. So I have a love for Mother Teresa. There's a saint called Saint Elizabeth Hungary, who was a queen and used her castle to help the poor. And today's saint as well, St. Martin de Porres. He was born in 1581. He had a little rough life because he was a mixed race. He was a mixed race. I think his father was a Spaniard. I think his mother was African American. So that sort of, even then, prejudice was strong. But after the birth of his sister, his dad left the family, so his mom had to take in laundry to do what, to care for them. But he had a great love, Martin, great love for the Lord, and he loved the poor. I was struck by him because he had a nickname. You ever have a nickname growing up as a kid? I had a nickname. I had a couple of nicknames. It gets changed as you get older. One of them was Bird. Connery's my last name, so they used to call it Canary. It was one of the reasons. And also, when I had hair back here, it was a cowlick. It used to stick up as well, so they called me Bird. Not that long, but it was Bird. Martin had a nickname. It was kind of common. People on the street knew who it was. His nickname was simply this: Martin the Charitable. Isn't that a great name? Martin the Charitable. What a way to be noticed, to be recognized, to be identified. When they see, oh yeah, that's Martin, the charitable one, the kind one. I wonder what nickname today would they give you and I? Oh, there's the priest who's always impatient, or the impatient one. Oh, that's Father Tom, the grouchy one. Whatever it may be, right? Oh, I don't know. Father Tom, the lazy one. Oh, the nonsense. Well, I don't know what it'd be. What do they call you? But imagine being noticed. That's the charitable one. That's the kind one. My former church, Mary was loved the poor. She was fantastic. And people would come and she'd have these clothing drives, hand out clothing and food for them, and just being there present. She ran a laundromat ministry. But I remember we collected clothes in the hall, and they came, they needed some clothing, she would give it to them. And they would come in, they'd call her Sister Mary. I was always touched by that. Or they give her a nice big embrace. And they call her Sister Mary, and they thought mistaking her for a nun, but I think she simply was by her overwhelming kindness. Sister Mary and I was there with my collar on. They might give me a little nod away, but that's the one, known for her love and care. It cost, of course, it cost a lot, but that's what she was. She was like Martin de Porres. Let me just share one little incident. One day, an aged beggar covered with ulcers and almost naked stretched out his hand, and Martin took him to his own bed. And one of his fellow, he was in a religious order, Dominicans, reproved him, corrected him. So, how could you do something like that? And Martin replied, "Compassion, my dear brothers, is preferable to cleanliness." Wow, these people, yeah. And what bothers me today is the worried about lawsuits, liability, that you can't do things for people. And I battle that. I wrestle with that all the time. Just this past Sunday, I had a poor woman who was homeless. Luckily, we had food, we had breakfast, we had lunch. And then with the youth, we had dinner, so she came over, ate with us at dinner. And then she wanted a place to stay. She sees the buildings, the property, and can I stay in your garage? I said, we can't in my garage. I was so wanting to put her in the library. We have a nice couch, a nice recliner. And then I thought, what if something would have happened? Am I responsible? It was a terrible feeling. The fear of being liable and getting in trouble and for my superiors. Then finally, the only thing I did for her, I said, well, she was out the night before. Listen, I'll keep the ladies' room open for you. How's that? In case you use the restroom. Is that terrible? That was my big, even then I was scared. I was nervous. What if something would happen when would I be in trouble for that? It's crazy. It's terrible. They live in this fear of doing the basic human kindness. Basic human kindness. I don't know the answer. I don't know. Will Mount de Porres help us, lead us, and guide us? God bless you.